Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Gurren Otaku Council podcast. This is episode 99.5, 99 part 2, whatever you want to call it. Welcome back, everybody. With all that being said, if you would like to join the council and join me, my friend McMillion, as we discuss all things anime and sometimes manga, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as well as follow us on the social media so you can stay up to date on all things about the council, everybody. With that being said, the council is now in session. Let the meeting begin. All right, everybody, once again, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing super fantastic. How you doing, Dave McMillian?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. And in the middle of closing up all the stuff, I realized I closed the docket. So let me just open that back up real quick. But as always, why don't you go and hit everybody with the council announcements?
Yep, so for council announcements today, just going to go through the agenda real quick. Like I said, that's our fall impressions / check-in. So first half, we're going to hit you guys the first half for 2 shows, DanDan and Blue Lock Season 2. Then we'll be going with the weekly recommendation, no news this week. And then finishing off with some more of our fall first impressions from Mecha-Ude and SLF or Shangri-La Frontier Season 2. So.
All right, and then for a little One Piece update, everybody. So as we all know, for the One Piece fans out there, the One Piece anime is on a little hiatus right now until next year, until April, unfortunately. But we still gonna be doing some stuff. What the hell are we gonna be doing? I don't know just quite yet. But as of right now, the One Piece 11 2022 reaction is up and running. After that, I do know I am planning on doing a reaction to the fan letter. And then I do have something else planned as well after the fan letter episode. But after that, I'm not much sure. I probably have to come up with something because I don't really think I want to do reactions to the Fishman Island recap or reanimation that we got going on right now. I just really could care less. I think it is cool as hell that they're doing it though, but I just don't think I really want to react to that though. But yeah, so we'll figure it out. But we do have some episodes that still lined up in the pipe right now though, that's going to be coming out though. So yeah.
Sounds good. Real quick, just touch up on reaction stuff. If you hadn't noticed or didn't know, me and Ace have been doing a DanDan reaction follow through as well. By the time this episode releases on YouTube and potentially even like our audio only platforms, I believe our 8th episodes, we will have reacted to episodes 1 through 8. So if you're interested in seeing how me and Ace reacted to some of the stuff in DanDan, go ahead and go check those out.
Yes, definitely come and check out the DanDan reactions, everybody. All right, now speaking of DanDan, our first anime up on the list today, we got DanDan, everybody. So you probably wonder, well, if we doing these reactions, why the hell are we going to talk about it? Well, one, mainly because those are just reactions. We're not really going deep diving into that. So we're going to take this time to really just discuss, some of the things that we've been seeing so far in DanDan, right? I'm just going to start this off as well. If you are not watching the dub, all right, everybody, if you are not watching the dub, go check it out because it is amazing. We got a lot of talented voice actors working on the dub. They're doing a fantastic job over there. The DanDan dub is amazing. Go check it out. But what do you think about that, McMillian?
The dub or
yes, the dub. Yes,
okay.
yes.
The dub is amazing. Quite honestly, I checked it out. I originally checked it out because the main character is voiced by a voice actor that I follow. So it's great to hear that it's getting a lot of fanfare and good reception, not only from us but like other people. Like people are online talking about like, yo, if you're not watching the DanDan dub, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it not saying like it's better than the like obviously the original voices or anything, but it's just that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think we're moving. Well, I feel like we've been steadily moving into an area where dubs aren't like what they used to be. So
100%.
it's just kind of glad that people are, recognizing the really good shit when it's here and not just being like, "Ew, dubs." Ew.
Well, all right. So, just I guess just thoughts on the overall season so far, right? So, I'm loving just the story of DanDan, right? Because First time,
Hmm.
I guess viewer, if you will, right, to the DanDan series here. I didn't read, I'm not a manga reader. I only read certain mangas here and there, but not a manga reader, right? So anime only. And it is fantastic. You was telling me a lot of things that the manga readers were saying about this. So I'm not sure how much if you read the manga or not. Have you read the
I
manga?
I only read up to I think like the first chapter, so I knew
Okay.
basically what I only saw basically what was
The
the first
the very
episode.
first begin, yeah.
Um, and I will say I mean not to say I wasn't intrigued back then, but the thing is about me, I always got shit on my reading list.
Hmm.
So like it just kind of fell off because of just the other stuff I was doing. But it was good then, and I'm glad to see as it has progressed past that initial thing, it even builds upon itself more to be better than just like what the initial intro to the series was. You know what I'm saying? Because like every episode, I think I said this in our most recent reaction, but every episode, Dan Dan builds off of itself,
Yes,
and it's
that's
just
been
been a
loving that
great
so far.
ride. Mm-hmm.
Yes, been loving that so far, and just been loving the story. Right, I think it's been a minute since we just had like a fresh new story that could just really just grabs you, right? Because I mean, not to say that we haven't been having great animes so far, right? But just like great stories besides Frieren, right? I'll give Frieren, I'll give it to
I think
Frieren.
I think what you're saying is like we've had like a lot of good new things, but a lot of those new things are inspired by like great older stuff. So like for instance, like JJK or Black Clover or things like that. You can
Yes,
obviously tell those come from like they're getting a lot of their inspiration or source material from like the bones of the older greater stuff like Bleach,
there you
Naruto, and
go.
stuff
Like
like that,
this
right?
feels fresh, if
Yeah,
I'm allowed to say that, right? It
yeah,
feels fresh.
and also I just want to point out before people get mad and start angrily typing, that's no shade to any of those, the newer gen
Oh no,
anime,
none at all.
because I'm like even even the older stuff was inspired by like Dragon Ball and things of that nature. Like felt there are times when they feel similar, right? So I just wanted to say that because like Dan feels so like different to us, right? That it's so good. Like just like how Ace pointed out, Fearing is such a new type of like story that it kind of just grips you. And I feel like the same way it kind of about Dan. It's so the way it tells it tells a story is so interesting. Like it's so different than I think what we have right now.
100%, 100%. And I'm just looking at the doc here. Excuse me, see what we got on the list, so I don't make sure I don't want to skip nothing while I'm over here rambling. Um, how do you feel about the start of the series? Right, I guess
Like I
just being
said,
introduced to the character, being introduced to our boy Okarun, Momo, Turbo Granny. You
so
know,
so the first episode, like I said, is really strong, but it does. I think we talked about this a little bit with our friend offline. It is. I won't lie. It is kind of uncomfortable. I mean, like
that
that
that first
that
episode, yes, okay, yes, that first episode was a little wild. I was like, okay, whoa, wait a minute, all right, but I mean, it's not as wild as some of the stuff we done seen, right? Prime
Mhm.
example, Mashoku Tensei, right? For example, so,
Yeah, definitely right.
but it definitely caught me off guard. So I was like, oh, and I was because I was editing, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and cut this out
Cut
real
this
quick, and then
out.
cut
there,
that.
there are a couple of times in that first episode I was like, Ace, I don't even know if we can show this. Can we? Are we allowed to show this? I don't know. So, like, I'll just say that about like the first episode, but kind of just how me and Ace have. I think we've said this a couple of times about Mushoku. If you can get past some of that shit that's just like jarring, it's a really. I mean,
And
honestly,
to be fair, it was really only that one
that
episode. At
episode,
least that
yeah.
so far that we've seen in the series so far, right? There could be more, scenes or whatever like that, but
It was a bit uncomfortable. That's all I was
yeah,
saying. Like it's definitely like this is a teenage girl, and this is some wild ass shit happening right now.
100%.
And like it doesn't, and
You
it doesn't.
see,
It yeah, because I was about to say like the way it presents itself makes sense story wise, like why it's happening. It's just like, hey, hey, you got hey.
like
You got some dip on your chip there. It's a little bit too much.
like I said, we had to block out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, I think just what really grabbed me was just the premise of, and I just think it was just funny as hell. And I was reading the I was seeing this article about it too, where the author was saying like how he came up with the idea, right? And it was just one of his mentors was just basically just telling him to write freely, right? And just it's basically like how he came up with the idea of DanDan, right? But what really caught me was like when this man lost his balls, because that is just so crazy to me.
Wild, wild.
Because what do you mean you're gonna tell me a story about this man losing his balls and going to find them? Like, what are we talking about here?
And the balls grant powers, apparently. And again, wild fucking shit. Like, this is insane, but it works, and it's crazy that it works.
It works, and then on top of that, the whole spin with making the first villain of of the series, right, Turbo Granny, and then turning her into the series mascot, phenomenal. I love it, even though it's not necessarily something revolutionary or anything like that. I just love it though, because Turbo Granny is turning out to be more of a lovable character than I thought, right? Loving it. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if Turbo Granny, would have been gone. But regardless, that she's still here kicking around, actually adding, still stuff to the story, right? And even on top of that, we're learning like world building and stuff about the world through Turbo Granny. Like for like prime example in this last episode, she just dropped the lore about how when yokais die and all this things of that nature, if they have regrets and things like that, they go to purgatory, right? Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Especially the way it's presented. Man, episode 7 was just such a good switch up. Like, yeah.
And then we're gonna get to episode 7 a little bit later, but yeah, it's just a surprising shot. Now, one thing I'm definitely interested in is like the more what type of role is Granny ISA gonna play, right? Because it definitely seems like she's playing like a mentor role, but it almost, I guess my question is she really gonna be more in the action, or is she just gonna be kind of just mentoring the kids like, hey, if you do this, you'll gain this ability or something, or just make sure you do this to gain to be stronger or whatnot. It doesn't really seem like she's really gonna be much of in the action, at least from what we've been seeing so far.
Yeah, I was actually, it's funny. I didn't think about it like that. Like until you said it, I never considered it really like what made her role be other than kind of like a guide. I'm assuming that's probably mainly what they might use her for, but obviously they've shown that she can be in the action too, because it's like one of the major parts of like how they conclude the the whole like Turbo Granny arc. Technically, like the first.
Yeah, because like at least from what they've shown so far, it almost seems like she doesn't have her own psychic powers, right? For example, like she can't do the things that Momo is doing to a certain extent, or even something like just different. Like she doesn't have her own set of psychic powers, at least from what we've seen so far. Like she isn't portraying that she has any special type of psychic powers.
Yeah, I mean she has like talismans and trainings and stuff like that, right, to deal with spirits. But yes, she doesn't. She's not showing that she herself has psychic powers, just knowledge on like ghost and potential like psi abilities. So yeah, I mean, so that's why I said I think primarily they might use her as like a guide or like a mouthpiece to deliver exposition to like our characters and help them raise up. But like as far as being out in the field, I feel like that's probably gonna be like special occasions, maybe, considering that's kind of what they use her for initially. So yeah, but I think her and Turbo Granny might like balance in somewhat in that role, because even within this last episode, Turbo Granny was out here giving the more explanation on like the spirit world and how spirits kind of work, right? Granted, she was being snarky about it, but hey, that's Turbo Granny. What you gonna do? Like,
yeah, what you gonna do about it? I mean, she as of right now, she's not a threat as far as we know.
But I'm just saying, she's still popping off at the mouth though. Like this.
We ain't gonna be too much more of that Turbo Granny, all right? Because yeah, she sure was going kind of crazy in episode 7. I was like, because I was like, damn, Turbo Granny, you got to go that like, damn.
Exactly. she out here treating them. I mean, they ignorant, but like, of course they ignorant. They just came into this like.
Regardless.
Oh man.
So what was one of the no, it's been a short season, but you know what has been one of the standout moments for you so far this season?
Oh man. I oh man. I think I would probably have to say like the initial like the conclusion, I guess, to Turbo Granny, the fight on the train,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that whole sequence of them said like
That
racing
was
her
nice.
and then getting away, and then like Momo be like, "Oh, you fell for my trap," and girl, girl be in there to like knock her ass out in the home. Like that was that whole thing visually was just
Yes, that
so
was nice.
good.
I think to me the funniest part about that shit was when we was like, where did all where are all the people at, right? Like this is a full ass town.
And
Where did
then
all the people where did all the people go? And
and
then
then
just like,
on
about
cue,
2 minutes later, they just cut and just a group of motherfuckers just running.
chasing them.
Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. Which even then, I don't even think still made sense to where the people came from. Because I'm not mistaken, I believe
They
Turbo
were
Granny said something
possessed, right?
about
I thought
they
were
were
possessed.
the undead spirits. There was a graveyard nearby, so I don't know if she resurrected the undead or was she was using those
No, they
spirits
were.
to take over the bodies of people. That's what
Yeah.
happened, right? She used the spirit.
Yeah,
I
they were
believe, yeah, that's
possessed.
what happened, right? Yeah, it's come back to me now. She used the spirits of the undead. Yeah, 'cause you're like, there's a graveyard nearby. Yeah. And she used the spirits of the undead people to take them. Still wild, right?
Very.
And just the
Very.
way they was running and just
She was like, "I gotta win this motherfucker. I gotta win this shit by any means necessary."
any means necessary. Turbo Granny had her whole little army out there going crazy on them kids. Not playing. But once again, though, I love, like you said, the conclusion of that, because really, in a straight up fight, they really couldn't handle Turbo Granny, right? So that's why, they used her hubris against her to ended up defeating everything.
Yeah, no, it was a good. Yeah, that whole little sequence there at the end was great. So
100%. For me, I think my standout moments, I just in general just has to be some of the comedy aspects of DanDan, right? I didn't think DanDan was gonna be this funny. Like, so for example, Granny ISA picking on Uncle Room when they came back. She was like, how did you not know your dome was missing? Like, how do you not see that? Or how did you not know? No, she was like, how did you not know your balls was missing? Right? That little section was funny. And then the whole situation with Ira, that episode was hilarious when like Ira gets first introduced.
That was funny.
So yeah, that was hilarious. I just think the DanDan aspects of the show has been way more hilarious than I was expecting. Like even little small moments when they're in school, right? Like that one moment where they was running through the hallways trying to find each other.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say one of the other things I really like about the show, and I'm not a huge romance anime fan, but I really like how they balance, I think, like the otherworldly stuff with the slice of life parts of the show. Like it just makes the characters feel more like 3-dimensional,
100%.
as like opposed to regular shonen shows where it's just like, obviously these are kids, but a lot of times you don't really get to see that.
I'm so tired of this dog.
It's just, it was just funny because I heard him bust up in the room. But all I was just saying is like, I just like DanDan does a really good job, I think, of balancing, reminding us that like Okarun and ISA are high schoolers, right? Like they're not just these battle hardened teenagers ready to just duke it out with God or some shit. Like they actually take the time to remind you, like, hey, these are still kids in high school. I just think that in and of itself makes it kind of unique.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, wait, go back.
What you mean?
Wait, what are you saying that in itself makes it unique? The fact that they're in high school, or the balance between
the balance, so the way
romance, the sci-fi stuff, and the
way they
slice of life stuff.
The way they go about balancing the slice of life stuff.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
I said it kind of makes it unique because most shows where you have like characters who are teenagers, the moment after like maybe the first episode or maybe like the first season, that high school don't matter no more. This shit don't matter no more. I mean, They
Well,
never met it.
well, I mean, we can't say that for My Hero, right? Because you know they.
Okay, well
I guess
that's
in
a
that
special
instance,
case though.
that is a special case because they was going to school to be a hero, so
Exactly. You
that
can't.
kind of still has to matter in a
Hurry,
sense.
Horikoshi knew what he did. He said, I solved the problem. This is the school."
I solved the problem. I figured it out.
I figured it out. These child soldiers have a reason to be child soldiers. Okay, they are in school to be child soldiers. He said, this is their slice of life.
Now we don't have to wonder where their parents are. Their parents know exactly where they're at. Their parents sent them here.
There we go. We solved one of the problems right there. See what I'm talking about? Horikoshi knew. He knew what questions would pop up. He thought about
gosh. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, so I'm just looking at the rest of the doc here. So from what we've seen so far, like, are you pulled in? Like, are you along for the ride? Are you now a DanDan fan, or is there still something else that you need to see to be pulled in?
No, I'm locked in at this point. After episode, to be quite honest, I think I was definitely locked in after episode 2, but episode 7 sealed the fucking deal. That's all she wrote right there. Like, that was such a unique episode, or like, and such a strong one too. It's just so good.
Yeah,
ain't no way I'm not finishing this shit.
Yeah, I feel you 100%. I'm locked in as well. I think I was probably locked in about episode 3, like I said, 2, 3. I was locked in, but like I said, definitely, if 7 don't do it for you,
I don't know what will. Honest, and it'd be really hard for them to turn me off of this show. They have to do something pretty fucked up after this.
Yeah.
For me not to continue to watch.
Yeah, they had to do like it'll have to be some. What's the comparison here? I don't know, Tokyo Ghoul level drop off, right? I don't know what Promised Neverland level drop off, right? It have to be something like that. I don't know.
For me to
even though the manga reads say the Promised Neverland is actually pretty good. I don't know.
Promised Neverland and Tokyo Ghoul, some of the best fucking mangas I've read, and they killed them. I don't. It's crazy.
Oh man, but yeah, no, I'm with you there. Yeah, definitely locked in. Episode 7 did it, and speaking of episode 7, right? I'm trying to see, because I was thinking we so far we haven't. I mean, we've gotten backstories about Momo and Okarun, but I guess we really haven't truly gone just like deep into their backstories just yet.
I was gonna say the most information we've got of the main characters is really Ayase. Like Momo.
Because I don't even think we know of Okarun. Like, what the hell Okarun parents said? Is he living by himself or something? What the hell's going on?
That's one of the
I can't remember if they said if he was his living situation like. They probably could have missed. I'm just not sure.
I don't remember. So I don't think they have. But that's one of the biggest glaring questions I think I have as far as like the series is like where I know where hers are because y'all visit her guardian damn near every episode.
Where is your people?
Exactly. Like, where is your people? You can't tell me they ain't concerned just a little bit.
Yeah, my son, my closeted son, who normally probably stays in the house every night, just all of a sudden just disappearing at nighttime.
He normally a shut-in. Now he just out and about. Crazy.
Just out and about. I'm not gonna worry about what the hell he is. Where's that son at? Where's that boy Ken at? What, he ain't in his room tonight? No, he out in the streets tonight. He in the streets tonight. With who?
Exactly, that's different. Nah, I don't care. Is that what they doing right now? That's crazy.
So yeah, definitely interesting to see a little bit more about Ken's backstory. Just learn more about him because I think the only thing we really know about him right now is just he really didn't grow. He didn't, of course, didn't grow up with a lot of friends, and he likes the occult, right? So that's pretty much all we really know about him so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn, what I was gonna say. That wasn't what I was leading up to though. I hate when that happens.
If it come back to you, just you could.
I mean, it was the last thing we was gonna touch up on here. Oh, I hate when that happens. What was I talking about?
Oh, well, originally it was, if we're still locked into the show.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Character introductions, right? And then character backstories, right? Yeah. I'm back to my previous to my previous thought. What a way to introduce a character to the scene for Ira, right? What a phenomenal way, right? Because first we get introduced to her, is she seems like this stuck up crazy character, right? Just all obnoxious. I'm all about me, right? It's all about I'm the chosen one. It's all about me type of character. And also like fake in the sense as well, because right, she's really putting on this persona in front of everybody, right? You're just trying to be friendly to everybody and things of that nature. So just to go from that to now seeing a stark contrast, we got this young girl who lost her mother at an early age, and now apparently was seeing ghosts and shit at an early age too. Who also not let's not forget that she also died, right? So not only is she going through all this stuff, she died. She just came back to life. What is that? What is that experience life? Did she technically see anything on the other side, right? How does this affect her knowing that she is alive because of this, spirit and things of that nature? So, but that was just once again, what a way to introduce a character.
Yeah, no, that was her little 2-3 episode run was very interesting and definitely one of the most unique, I think, ways to introduce a I want to say a supporting character, probably, because she's most likely going to
supporting cast. Yeah, well, maybe I guess main cast technically, depending on how this is gonna go.
Yeah, well, I get for a second I was like, is that main cast, main-ish character, right? Not pro. Main character, right? She's one of the main characters probably moving forward. So that was a very interesting way to do it. Just damn it. That's all I really got to say. It's really good. It's really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this first season ends. And
definitely. Do we know how many episodes we get in this first season? Is it 12
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know off the top of my head.
Is it like 12 or 13? Is that what we're doing?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 12, just because I know places have been doing cores lately.
Well, I haven't heard anything about like cores or anything for this.
I'm trying to look it up right now to see if they have.
Okay. I was just about to ask what you're doing.
It's 12 episodes.
So 12 episodes? Okay. So we got a few, five-ish. Yeah, about five. Yeah, because we're on episode 7 now. Yeah, so 5 episodes left, yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, let us know down below in the comments what you guys think about DanDan. And, once again, come check out our DanDan's reaction, everybody. We're here every week. Moving on from there, Blue Lock Season 2. It's been...
Don't take it easy. Don't take it easy.
I'm trying to. My mama said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
Nah, you can't do that on this platform. You gotta give the people what they want. Crash out just a bit, just a little bit.
It's been a time. So at the initial time, right, when the season first dropped, everybody was like, oh, what the hell is going on? What is this animation? What are we doing? I was on the other side. I was like, what are y'all talking about? I was like, it's not that bad, right? But then after we done got more into this, especially after we done started the U20. And then when the U20 started, I went back and watched the episode Nagi movie, and when I saw that movie, I saw that movie, and then I recollected the first few episodes of this season. I was like, well, I may have, even though this is a movie, I may have been a little wrong, because this what that movie was going on was exactly what I remember from season 1. So I was like, this is what we were doing for season 1. Why can't we do this for season 2? And granted, what I did think was going to happen was they was really saving all the oomph for the big match, right? The Blue Lock versus U20, and I might have been right about that. So, it's going off great. The animation definitely has stepped up since the big match has started. But yes, but at the beginning, it was rough. It was rough.
I would still say it hasn't reached it's still not where it should
No,
be.
I'm with you there. No, it ain't.
Okay,
But
because I was also heavy on the copium as well when season 2 first started. When season 2 first started, I was like, oh, it don't look that bad. Great, they was not playing soccer in that first fucking episode. That was the problem. The problem was the first episode. The first episode was all introduction slash trying to catch you up to what the situation was gonna be before we hit U20. And I had blinders on. I was like, okay, people crazy. They ain't. And when that when they started playing soccer, boy, did the blinders come off. I was like, I was coping hard. Lord, what happened? Why are we doing cut-ins?
No, my blinders stayed on a little bit longer. Like I said, after I watched that episode, now you move my eyes opened up. I was like, I was like, all right.
Man, because I was just like, these fucking cut-ins.
Because I was like, even if it's a movie, it's just a retelling of what happened in season 1, right? So like, it's basically and it was some of the same shots from the season. Yes, some of it has been enhanced because it's from Nangi's view now, right? But it was still by and large some of the same shots though.
Yep. But they did a good job with it. I really enjoyed the movie. I remember, but going from that to season 2, I was just like, oh Lord. Now, I don't want to just talk about the animation projects.
No, we're gonna get into the story. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the story. I just want to bring up like one thing. Like the thing that upsets me is because I found like I guess they interviewed like one of the people who worked early on it. And he said the biggest issue that they had with animating Blue Lock is I guess for some reason when the season started they removed assets or like things that they used in season 1. They removed some of that stuff, like I guess from the workers or something like that, like some of the assets that they
so
had,
they effed them over essentially.
Yeah, basically. And then scheduling was a nightmare, I guess. Apparently, someone online, and also I was reading online that apparently the studio that's animating Blue Lock season 2 is apparently also in charge of another anime
right now
that's also very popular. And so some people assume that they basically just focused more on the well-known series than they did Blue Lock.
Do we know what that is right now?
I can't remember the name, unfortunately. I wish I had saved it for this like conversation.
Yeah, because
I was just reading online and I couldn't find it. I'll as we talk, I'll try to see if I can look it up again. But a lot of people assume that was like one of the reasons Blue Lock season 2 is not as polished or like as good looking as 1 is due to that fact that they had another series that they thought that is technically more popular because it's been out longer, right?
So definitely, at least for me, going into the story here now to break us down a bit. The what am I looking for? The storyline we got going on right now with our main character Isagi. So I thought the way that he was gonna, I guess, make himself better was gonna be to quote unquote, I guess, beat the number 1 guy that's going on, that's in Blue Lock right now. What's his name again? Ren, right? I think that, beat Ren, right? But now it seems like we're gonna go more of a way of using him to just catapult himself in a sense, right? It's not necessarily more like about beating him, just more about coexisting with him in this point, right? I don't know.
Yeah, well, they made it. I think it's because of what this season is, and this season is different from last season because it was all about climbing technically to be the best striker. And it's not saying that's not what they're still trying to do, but like this season specifically, it's like, hey, Blue Lock is about to get shut down. We need you all to prove that we're actually, worth the money that that's being given to us, basically, and everything. So, that's why he said you have to balance coexistence and dominance, which is again interesting because the whole thing from season 1 was, hey, fuck these niggas, it's you. So that has been an interesting, I think, development. Because like you said, like his whole thing was like, I gotta beat Ren, and now it's kind of like, now I have to work or like figure out where I fit in this mixture, right?
Yeah, so
team.
like for example, what I was thinking about, you know, like the challenge he gave himself was to beat this to the main defender. I think his name was Aki, right? Like one of the main star defenders on the other team, right? His goal was basically like, all right, I'm gonna challenge myself to beat this guy, right? When my thinking it should have been more of I'm gonna challenge myself to get more goals to than Ren, or hell I'm gonna even challenge myself. Hey, Ren is worried about Itachi, his brother Sai. Hell, I'm gonna make Sai look like a fool or something. I don't know. But I guess in that sense, let the brothers have their little rivalry, right? While I interfere with a little thing what they got going on. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm not mad at that, right? Let them have their little brother, their brother to brother moment, right? Let them get that out the way. And then, after they deal with that, all right, now that you're done with him, Ren, we back over here.
Yeah. it's my spotlight, motherfucker. It's me.
Yeah, we back over here. So I guess, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not mad at that. Really, what I'm worried about is, or what I'm interested in find out is Sai, Ren's older brother, right? Is he really this, fuck you, little nigga, you're supposed to be better than this type of character, or is he on the Itachi side, right? Where he's doing those things to kind of pump him up, right? Because he wants his brother to be, right alongside of him type of situation. What you think? What you think? Is he just an asshole, or is he asshole in hiding?
So with Blue Lock, I feel like it's a strong chance for either of these scenarios, but I think it's a stronger chance for him to be an asshole, is to actually be an asshole, just because so far from what they've been shown of this character, that is legit just who he is. Like when he came back to Japan, and after he decided to take the damn contract, he said, "All y'all shit, I want to be able to pick the team," and they was like, "What the? Who is this?" Like, so. I mean, I'm for right now. I'm more on the side that that's just him. That's just him. That's just the mode he live in. Because they have not shown me, in my opinion, they haven't shown me anything contrary to him being a nice person, like having any interest in being nice. So, hey.
I'm just wondering, they might pull the the brother card here, and it just be secret inspiration that he's trying to give him, or he might pull a trickery, like no, this one's an asshole, right? Sometimes you got the brothers that are asshole. This is one of those cases, right?
I honestly, just because of the series Blue Lock is and the way this character is represented, I think it's just him. I think that's it. I don't know if it's gonna be anything else.
Oh my gosh!
Like I don't know if it's gonna be. I always loved you. After I realized that you could be better, I wanted to push you there. You needed an enemy. I don't think it's gonna be that.
No, you was always shit. You ain't never gonna be shit.
Yeah. I think that's his type of timing. I just.
All right. Well, I mean, here's the hoping that that he does have some good. I think maybe there's a small chance that he's not an asshole. Just a small one. Just a small one.
Mm-hmm.
Just a small. And then correct me if I'm wrong. Itoshi, he's on the other team, right? What was that? The team we met from the first season, right? The world's youngest or something, right? There. I can't remember the name of that first team.
World 5 or something.
The like World 5 or some shit like that.
You're talking about the ones that they had to score against, basically.
Yeah.
Like they were I think it was like the World 5 or something like that. No, he's just he's projected to be Japan's best soccer player ever, because he at his age was scouted by like a different country.
Okay, so about to say, because the way they're making it seem like he was already like in the league or something, like he never played. No, he never played for Japan, because they was like like everybody was like, oh, he's actually joined the Japan team. I was like, well, why wouldn't he? Especially if this is if he's just now coming up. But if it, like I said, the way they was making it seem like he was already, like he was already in the league or something, right? Because when they showed us that one scene with him when he came with him and Ren, like he came back, he was like, I've been gone for, I think he's like 2 years or something. He said, right? He was like, I've been gone for 2 years. It was like, what have you been doing this whole time, right? So it just made it seem like he was already like a part of the league or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he was a professional player. I could be wrong, but I thought it was more of like he got scouted like by a college outside of like Japan, and that's where he went. And Japan, the whole thing about like Blue Lock is Japan isn't known for its soccer at all, like soccer players in any regard. So for someone to be scouted by a different country,
correct,
normally like we don't get any attention for that.
Anybody that's knowledgeable on Blue Lock, hit me out with that. Was Ren's brother already like in the league, or is this like his first year like being a professional, like being a part of the U20s and with the Japan team? Like, is this his first year being a professional? Something and whatnot. Help us out down below in the comment if we got anybody that's caught up on Blue Lock here
or that remembers all the lore, because me and Alex are like here and there for some stuff, but yeah. So in terms of this season, if it was a strong start, other than the animation, I would say yes. Like the story wise, I would still basically what I expected from Blue Lock, like trying to get Isagi trying to get better, and then seeing how all the other players kind of like commingle or exist, or like what their special thing is. Like it was still, that part was still entertaining. Again, I just don't wish it was cut-ins. That's unfortunately what we got to do with. But like other than that, I've been enjoying the story.
Yeah.
100%. It's just sometimes I've been watching them like, damn, I should just read the manga.
If I'm just gonna get still pictures,
still. I like the colors are pretty. Like y'all doing the damn thing with these colors, but fuck. Last season I don't know.
Everybody in the first season, everybody was complaining about the CGI. Now we ain't got the CGI. Look at y'all.
Look at y'all complaining about bullshit that was only on the screen for what, like 2 minutes?
Now look at y'all.
That shit was on there for like 2 minutes. And then you got to see Bachira, bust out the coldest fucking foot dribble ever. And now we can't do that because we can't have nice things, okay?
Can't have nice things. They took away the CGI, children. That's what happened. That's what they took away, the CGI. You notice this season we ain't seen none of it. That's what they took away.
Oh, also speaking of, since we got back on animation, apparently I did not know this. The studio that animates Blue Lock, they are popular. They are animating Reincarnated as a Slime all the seasons and the movie.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Okay,
that's what's going on. And then they just got announced for what, a movie and a season 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
And besides them, they are also in charge of animating. It's the Magical High School one with the brother. I forget the name. Oh my god. They use guns. Sometimes, you know what I'm talking about. It's a Magical High School anime, but it's popular, and like it's the God of Magic High School or some shit. I forget what it's called.
Magical High School.
The brother is like it's like about a brother and a sister. The brother's really strong, like crazy powerful, but they also use like magic technology in it. Not ringing any bells. Okay,
that's a lot of different isekais, my brother. I don't know.
My god, I know.
I don't know what to tell you, but
the irregular Magic High School.
Okay, there we go. Oh, that's what you're talking about. I haven't started it yet, but you've been telling me about that though.
Yeah. So 3 very popular series. So they
okay. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But moving from there. Any standout moments to you, Alex?
Really, there was nothing really standoutish to happen until now. What just happened in this last episode with my boy Nagi, that was crazy. That there's even been a clip of somebody like doing that move in real life.
Yeah,
which is crazy. So I was like, oh, this that was amazing, because like even that mobile where like everybody was just frozen for a second, because that's just how I was too. I was like, did this? I was like, they about to make me start watching football in here.
No, that was Anime is look. I remember when I first watched Haikyuu, I didn't give shit about volleyball. After watching it, I know too much, and I enjoy real life volleyball now. So yeah, Blue Lock might do the same thing. Who
I
knows?
was like, they about to make me start watching. If this what they out here do, if this what the superstars out there doing, y'all finna make me tune in. And they out there doing that, y'all finna make me tune in.
Yeah, nah, that was crazy. That was the standout moment. Before that, I probably would have said, oh man, like the what happened with Isagi's episode was pretty good. When basically the guy told him, hey, you like to think about the whole field, and I get that, right? Like it's not bad.
I mean, well, he's basically our boy, but just on the defensive side, right? He's exactly his type, but just on the defense side.
Yeah, and so the character told him, maybe why don't you try like leading with instinct?
Oh wait, no, that guy. Well, no, I was talking about Ike, but I know who you talking about. You talking about the other guy on our team that we just met? Yeah, the silver hair guy. I remember now. Mm-hmm. Or it might have been blue, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, his moment was also really good, like the shit he pulled off. So, but no, Nagi he that guy. He the GOAT. Mm-hmm. He the GOAT. Although
Nagi is that guy, and I don't know. It's almost looking like in this battle, Ren might let his ego get the best of him in the wrong way. Unfortunately,
probably.
So we might not see a lot of great things from Ren in this matchup, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, considering he like the number one motherfucker, so who knows how this will end up.
Only time will tell though. But I can't wait to see our boy Isagi just take control of this field and just make everybody his puppets on the string. I'm just waiting on it.
I need another moment like he did with Bachira, where he was just like, "Hey, shut your ass up."
Oh my god!
I'm in charge. Oh no, not Bachira. Fuck, what is it? Baro.
That's his name, Baro. Yeah, Bachira's the other guy, but yeah, Baro. Yeah, I knew who you was talking about though.
The king. Yeah, he told us, "Shut your ass up."
Oh man. Well, all right, everybody. That is the Blue Lock discussion here. Once again, no news this week. But before we continue on with the rest of the fall 2024 check-in here, we're going to be giving out this week's weekly recommendation. Take it away, McMillion.
Yep. So some of you might know this one. This is not like a series that's done anything. It's actually one of the ones currently airing within this season. It's called Magie Lumiere, Magical Girls Inc. Basically, the premise is in this world, magic can be harnessed through technology, and magical girls are actually being a magical girl is actually a profession. Basically, the story follows a college student named Kana Sakuragi, who is currently job hunting, but without much luck until one day she is saved by a feisty magical girl named Hitomi Koshigaya, and they both work together to stop this. What they call the monsters in the show is called Callie. They stop this burning down a office building, and then she realizes maybe magical girls as a profession is something that I can actually do, and she gets recruited. And basically, the series seems to follow her journey as a magical girl. It's actually been really interesting because, like I said, in this world, technology and magic are kind of like intertwined. And it's been a very interesting watch, as well as a very humorous one as well, because as you can imagine, having a company full of magical girls or magical girl companies is a very interesting, but also sounds very kooky type of storytelling device. So, yeah, right now it's got currently only 8 episodes are streaming. It's gonna be a 12 episode season, and it all releases on Prime Video. It's not dubbed in any languages other than Japanese, so most of it is just subbed. But it's been pretty good so far from what I've
seen. All right, McMillion. Once again, thank you for that weekly recommendation, and now we're just gonna continue on here, everybody. And we're going to be talking about another new kid on the block for this fall season here. Mecha-Ude, Mechanical Arms, everybody. Just to give a quick little synopsis here. So long ago, alien life forms came to Earth, fusing with people on the planet due to their appearance. They were dubbed Mecha-Ude, as when fused, they bore a striking resemblance to mechanized limbs.
Limbs.
Through an involuntary partnership, average middle
Middle
schooler,
schooler.
our boy Hikaru, there we go, our boy Hikaru Amagatsu.
Amatsugi. Amatsuga. Sorry, Amatsuga.
There you go.
Works
Works
alongside.
alongside Mecha-Ude Arms, who is an extremely rare and special existence. To protect Alma from the resistance group Arms, ARMS, kind of like the video game that's on the Wii. Assigned the dual Mecha-Ude user Aiki, that's her name, to protect and follow him wherever he goes. However, she is looking for a mysterious snake-type Mecha-Ude wielder who put many of her comrades in a critical state. Behind the scenes, an organization known as the Kagami Group is searching for the mythical trigger arm, a Mecha-Ude said to grant unlimited power. Where Aki's life is threatened by this group, Hikaru must team up with our boy Alma and to find the courage to fight back alongside the way to learn his life will never be ordinary once again. Yeah, and I mean, this has been a fantastic little show. It definitely has um like all your just little classic anime trope feelings to it, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, they
But what I really like about this show is the animation. It has a nice little animation style to it that I like about it. It's nothing crazy, nothing, but I like the style that they're going for this show.
yeah, it's reminiscent of like some Studio Trigger properties, such as like Gurren Otaku's not Studio Trigger, but the same people who worked on it made Studio Trigger, but like Kill la Kill stuff like that. Like it has like it's
There
very
you go. It
vibrant and
has that type of
expressive.
feeling, like yeah, like a Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann type of style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very vibrant, very expressive type of animation. The characters are interesting. The world itself is also interesting because, like I said, these aliens team up. You know, it's almost like symbiotes in like in Marvel, but like instead of black, a goo, it's a mechanized like arm or limb or gun that can like transform and help out its partner. It's really yeah, it's been really interesting so far.
Yeah, it's just been really cool just to see all the like the different types of mecha-ooze and things of that nature. Because like you said, they can transform into arms or guns or even blades. Whips.
Mm-hmm.
Snakes, worms. Like we said in worm type earlier, right? The mecha-ooze they've seemed to be very versatile and the forms that they can take shape in and things of that nature, right? So that's been cool to see. Um, the story itself isn't nothing too grandiose or anything, right?
Yeah,
Just a
grandiose.
plain, almost I was about to say classic revenge story, but it's really more of a just the smart scientist guy found life form and is
Mm-hmm.
trying to, take advantage of his life form, right? So
Yeah, and there's an organization that feels like that shouldn't be happening. It's kind of like a kind of I don't know what that like classic trope is. More like a fish out of water situation, since our main character had no idea what was going on like with these two groups until he became a part of it, right?
Mhm.
So it's really kind of just right now what it seems to be is getting Hakaru, or I hope I pronounced his name
Hikaru.
correctly, Hikaru, up to speed basically on working with his own like now armament and figuring out like where they fit in all of this. So
And I could be wrong, but at least to me, the way the story's been going, it doesn't seem like it might not be that long of a story because it seems like we're going like at a very rapid pace in the development of the
well, I
story.
mean the manga or comic of the series I think is still ongoing. So
Okay,
who
so it's
knows
still
like how
ongoing.
far?
So okay,
Yeah,
it's interesting.
because
So
like
it might there might be more to it than what meets the eye then, because like I said,
mhm.
it just leads to me like the way it's going. It almost seems like we're heading to like an end. Like it just doesn't seem like that small of an anime. But if you say if the actual source material is still going, then maybe that's because it's more than meets the eye then.
Yeah, yeah, there's probably still more to come. But yeah, no, I've been enjoying what I've been seeing so far. I felt like it definitely was like they started off very interestingly because we got like action and like intrigue like within the like immediate
Oh
of
yeah,
the start of the
immediately.
episode. So
They had to
that
show you why. They had to show you why. They was like, let's go ahead and show you this quick Mecha Ude. action real quick to go ahead and pull you in real quick because Aki was going crazy that first episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also correction because I just looked it up. Apparently, are correct. It ended a month ago.
It ended a month ago. Okay, so maybe
a month ago.
I don't know.
With only 39 chapters.
Okay, so yeah, it's not that big then. Yeah,
it's pretty fast. So who knows? It might only this season could be just it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way listen, I got a name for these things. I was like, the way the story and the pace of it's been going so far, it seems like it's gonna be like one of those one season type of shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm interested. I'm all along for the ride, I should say. All right.
Yeah, it's been nice so far. Nothing much really to say about this one. I mean, if you're a fan of, mechs, right? Mecha shows, right? I'll definitely say check this one out. This is a nice little show. Nothing crazy. Once again, just there's one high schooler that stumbled upon alien life and, he's turned his life around.
Yep. All right. Well,
and like I said, it has a nice little charm to it. As McMillian said, it has a more of a Killer Kill / Gurren Lagann type of animation style feel to it. At least that's how we feel about it.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, I think we can move on to our last show here. Shangri-La Frontier Season 2. The Promised Child has returned. The Promised Gaming Anime Child has returned.
The Prodigal Son has returned.
And the animation is back with it. But also the kooky characters. The
Prodigal Son has returned, and these motherfuckers did not skip a beat. Mm-hmm. They did not skip a beat at all. The animation quality, as you just said, is right back along with it. It is still fantastic. It is still high quality. Bravo to the animation staff for Shangri-La Frontier, because you guys do an amazing job with season 1 and now season 2, like in the same year. That like this is something that is unheard of for a anime to drop a season 1 and then come out with a season 2 in the same year. We don't really get that often, right? Definitely. Not saying that it hasn't happened before, because I'm pretty sure there's probably been more instances of this, but it's definitely something that doesn't happen often though.
A lot, yeah. And it also for like the quality not to dip or anything like that. Like they did a great job maintaining that. Just maintaining the show. I'm really interested to see like what all like we'll get into within this season, because like I said, we just beat a raid boss. Now granted, there is the trailer coming. There was that trailer of like kind of showing off like the mech stuff. So
but now we know that's part of the little side story that we got going on though.
Yeah, but still interesting. Very interesting.
It is, and that's what I love about Shangri-La, right? Because this isn't the first. This is like maybe the third little side game that he's played, but just the fact that he's hopping into these other worlds, like just to do in addition to still playing Shangri-La, is just cool and fun little side moments to have, and it's just nice. I just love that about this show. But it's just what a beginning.
The boy's a gamer.
The boy's a gamer. The boy is a gamer. He is gaming. What I did, I'll start off with this. What I didn't expect this from this season, right, was the alliance that the clan made with the other clans, right? I really love that. Now we're boosting up our power and our resources in the world, right? And just our connections in general, right? Because now that we know that once we actually figure out some world building stuff, right? We know we actually got some people to go to, like, we just discovered this here, take this information, do what you will with it, Mr. Professor.
Yeah, but slap me my cut. Slap me my cut.
It was like even the book that Pentagon gave the Professor, right? She thought it was really not much of nothing, but to Professor it might be the Holy Grail, right? Like there's probably so much lore from his perspective, right? There's so much lore that's in that book, but to her it's just like it's just dumb stuff about Witherman. Like who the fuck wants, who really cares about this? Like he's dead now. Like right, he's gone. Who cares about him? But it's still important lore though, right? Because whatever his connections and stuff to the past still has implications on whatever the hell happened on in the world, right? Why the hell
Mhm.
did you end up protecting this one grave? We know why, because it was your loved one. But what happened to your loved one, right? What happened in that
Mhm.
big battle? Why
And
couldn't you?
why?
Why did you lose a battle? Why couldn't you protect her? What happened? Did something go wrong? Like, or were they just that crazy? Were they them? But-
Yeah, and was it and
and
like you know,
in this also in this season, it looked like we did get to see a little bit of what they fought in the past. Like they fought some type of demons or something, maybe.
yeah.
So that's
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, and see, and stuff like that though, like it's funny because you said like to Pixelcon that's like useless, but to me, I was like stuff like that is like hints to fucking expand. You know, like just thinking game wise, that could be a
Mm-hmm.
hint to an expansion down the line,
Mm-hmm.
or or like hidden bosses, or stuff like that. So, I like it's really cool to see the interaction between like player characters as if it was like in a real gaming sense. Like what might be useless to one player could be like the holy grail to like another. So
Oh yeah, you
that was
already
just
know the
really cool.
professor's going crazy because, like I said, they didn't really have no information on Withermon at all. And you basically just gave him a biography book of the
Yeah, yeah.
guy.
Of a character that only one person could technically beat. Like, well, once you beat it, it's gone. So that
Yeah.
was I'm pretty sure that's fucking useful.
You just gave this man his whole biography. Like that man finna, him and his colleagues finna go crazy. The whole wiki page finna be up in about a week. Like what? Like that man finna go through that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that was great though. So I definitely wasn't expecting, once again, data lines, but it's cool because once again, boost up their firepower, and now it makes sense, right? Because I believe this alliance is basically how they're gonna take down like a gun, right? This is basically what they
Mhm.
allude to, especially considering that I can't remember the name of the clan, but one of the main clans that no, that they allied with is trying to actively take down like a gun,
Yeah,
right? So
is it Psycho Gear or Psy Gear?
Siger or something, is that the name of the clan?
But
Siger.
no,
Well, the
I'm trying
name
to
of
think of
the
the
person was Siger
girl.
One,
Yeah.
or it was
I
either Siger One or Siger 100, one of the two.
Yeah, well technically not his love interest, but the girl who has a crush on him.
That's
She's a
Siger
part of that
Zero.
clan. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's a part of that clan. I just don't remember the name, but I was about to say like that they're going to stay prevalent, one because of that, and then two, the main character is marked. But like again, so the fade has to be ran again at some point,
or at some point, yeah, hell yeah. And then speaking on top of that, I don't think we're gonna see it in this season, but they brought it back up again, like with the new expansion that just dropped in Shangri-La, right? But we
Mhm.
haven't seen none of that yet, like from the viewer side, right? So there's still like new
They're
stuff
still
in
yeah.
to go and explore it, that might be season 3, but um we got that to go look forward to as well. I'm trying to think about what else happened this season. Um, other than figuring out, oh well, yeah, old girl, be like, she became an ancient craftsman. That's cool. The only other one that they know about, so he basically has. This man has a monopoly on all ancient gear right now, right?
Mm.
Essentially, so crazy. I don't know if they haven't really showed if there's any other way to get ancient gear other than the craft. I mean, there's probably ways to unlock in the game, right? Like if you find some items or something like that, maybe. But
Well, it seems like you
um,
have to. Well, just based off what I remember from season one, it does seem like you have to go to a forge. It's like a certain type of forge master person to get like the most out of it, at least if
yeah,
anything. So yeah, there might be other ways to get it, but now he got it on lock, right? Like so,
he
it'll
got
be
it
that.
unlocked.
Yeah, that'll be interesting development to see how that all shakes out.
Yeah, that's I've been loving that. And then one thing I just find funny is just I can't wait till they shadow patch his ass in that inventory because it's gonna happen. I can feel it. I
No,
can feel
definitely,
it coming.
definitely. This
they
character
gonna
has
they
a
gonna make it to where you can't go into the
get
inventory
out.
during combat.
I bet get out of danger free card. Fuck no. Every time those have existed in real games, that shit disappears so fucking fast.
And ain't nobody gonna care about it because once again it's gonna be a shadow patch because ain't no reason to patch it because it's only
On
one
one,
one three people using this
yeah,
right
exactly. I'm
now,
about to say
right?
it's only like a hand. It's three players.
who's gonna take your side?
There is no implementation for everyone on this shit because it's just you.
And the only reason why I thought about that was because they how he was saying like they how they shadow buff the enemies and things of that nature, which he didn't shadow buff. He just wasn't paying attention to the patch notes this time.
Yep.
But I thought about that and I was like, no, they gonna shadow patch your ass in this inventory and eventually what's really gonna happen.
The moment they try to fight somebody and then people online go be like, hey, did you see that these people can teleport away mid-fight and like come back afterwards? What the fuck's that about? What item is this?
Yeah, like I said, they ain't get caught yet because it's just only them 3. But eventually, it's gonna get flagged, and the developer, she gonna see it. She gonna be like, what is? I know. She gonna get his ass because as we already found out, she crazy. She gonna get his ass.
That was such a funny episode. I mean, great. That was such a funny episode of season 1 when Weatherman got beat it and they were like, if you just let me made them broken, you can't do that. We gotta sell this shit.
So that was great. Definitely can't wait for the like a gunfight in the season because at least that's what it's looking like. Is a 4-2 man. That is going to. I mean, I don't think you put it all in the OP like that, and we don't touch upon like again. The OP, at some point,
the OP, the key visual art, like I don't.
Unless they could be debating us, they could be pulling the JJK, right? You know, they could be debating us.
I was just about to say, like, unless this is the most prime bait ever, somebody they fighting. They fighting by the end of this shit. They gotta be.
They gotta be. I'm with you there because in my mind, I'm thinking like what's gonna happen is the end of the season. You know, we fight like a gun, either beat her or don't beat her. But if we do beat her, that's what's gonna make us eventually go to the new DLC expansion part, right? Unless something else new pop up open. But I'm imagining that after we get done with like again, we're gonna be dealing with whatever with the new expansion stuff.
Yep, probably.
All right. So before we get out here, any standout moments for you this season for season 2 so far?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. One of the ones from like the first half, I think that was just funny to me because I think everybody's been there when an NPC fucks up your loot. Was old boy with the cat swordsman. They got into a fight and Sunraku was trying to make sure he got the loot from like the golems, and he fucking used a sacred move on all their ass and deleted them. And he was like, "Oh, they don't drop anything when you do that." They beat his ass over it. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
because I'm like, everybody has been there at least once when an NPC just ruined your fucking ruined your whole shit. That was great.
Oh man, no, I feel you 100%. I think for me, the standout moment would have to been the fight versus the golden scorpion, right? Because it just goes to show. He even mentioned it in the during his fight. He was like, you're just as strong as Weathermind, even though he wasn't a unique monster. He was just rare enough and it was just enough fuckery to where it made it feel like he was fighting an opponent worthy enough, as strong as Weathermind, right?
Yeah, I mean, granted, the blue scorpions weren't no joke either because they had rare drops. So like,
they jump you in groups, right? So
yeah.
But I'm just saying, you already knew the gold packs already ain't no problem.
But I'm just saying, you already know the gold had something to prove, okay? Like it was the gold version. Like that's not. And any MMO I've ever been in with or like RPG, if something is gold and the previous version already dropped rare shit, this is about to be a problem, okay?
Yeah.
But the rewards,
if you can even beat it, because like you said, he barely even made it. The only reason he even won because he used his environment around him, which once again, something you can actually do in video games, right? If there's hostile two NPCs and they're actually hostile to each other, that's actual tactic. Make them fight each other. Hey, I'll come back and fight you after you either die from them or end up whooping them. Oh, you actually end up whooping them? Well, hey, now you got to deal with me, brother.
Exactly. How much your health at? Bad. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Because when Sunraku did that and he thought he pulled it off, he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna have the scorpions jump you." I immediately thought to myself, I said, "This is golden scorpions finna wipe the floor with the mugs."
These mobs ain't no match for them. Ain't no match.
I'm like, he finna man. I'm like, he gonna feel it, but I was like, he finna manhandle these scorpions, and he did. He manhandled them scorpions, came out on the other side, but unfortunately, our boy Silver can still take them out of there. But yeah, I just like that. Like I said, if whoever made this story, like in this series Shangri-La, like they have to actually be a gamer. Like it's just no way.
Yeah, they gotta have some love for video games because it's just everything's too spot on for it to just have come secondhand, So
just 100%. I just love the attention to detail, right, about the little many things, and in the relation between actually real world gaming and what we're actually seeing in the show, right. I'm just loving it. Like I said, just even the small things.
Yeah, no, that's been great.
But yeah, once again, Golden Crab down. Probably gonna get a sick ass weapon out of that. Not Golden Crab, Golden Scorpion.
I know.
Golden Scorpion. Probably gonna get a sick ass weapon out of that. We made an alliance this season so far. That that's cool, right? Made an alliance with people, lower people, right? Not was better than that, and then look like, if not the top clan, one of the top clans that's in the that's on the server right now. So that's great as well.
One of the ones dedicated to the Colossi, so yeah.
That as well. So they're one of the clans that's actually trying to push the story forward and shit like that. So that's cool. And then last but not least, the beast people. What are we gonna get from them? Who knows? Yeah. But they're here. They are here. They know magic. They're more magic users, so maybe they'll help in with something along those lines at some point, right? But as of right now, we don't really truly know what their usefulness is going to be to the group. But they're here. They are here. But yeah, definitely. And then this little side story is going on right now is really, really cool. I like it. Don't know if it's going to have any major implications on the rest of the story for the season or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, last time we had some side stories, I don't know, we got new characters introduced, so like this could do that. So we'll just have to see.
We will just have to see. All right. And then before we get out of here, everybody, I just wanted to have a small little quick conversation about some other shows that we're going on our watch list. I'm starting this off with Demon Lord 2099. Everybody, I am glad to say that they didn't really lie to me. The trailers were still a little bit misleading. It's better than what I thought it was. It just wasn't gonna be complete trash. It is a little bit better than what I thought it was, and it actually is sticking more to the premise of I'm a demon lord in the cyberpunk era, and I want to take over the world, right?
Okay, I mean that's good to hear. I unfortunately have not started that one, but it's good to hear that is going well. Another one, Bleach has been great this season. Period Films, y'all doing what y'all say y'all doing, because the fucking
thank you. I was just about to say crazy. Bleach has been phenomenal. Like they are definitely living up to, like you said, they promise of delivering some high quality anime right now.
I was like, Period Films, hey, you doing right now. Y'all
got it.
You got it.
Whatever y'all doing over there, keep doing it. Go keep doing it, because Bleach is not because what's crazy about it is like Bleach was already looking crisp, right? But like this core 3
now. Damn.
Discord 3 is looking nice. Like all the fight scenes so far that we've seen so far, they have looked so beautiful. Like just the motion and all of it just nice and crisp. And then a lot of it has been come to find out anime only content as well, right? The recent one, the Uryu versus what's his name? Renji? That's his name, right? Renji?
Yeah. Renji?
Yeah.
The red hair?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about somebody.
The way you, the fact that you pause on him just made me think it was a different character. Because I'm just like that.
I don't know. Something about it just didn't feel right.
Because I was like, he's been around. He's been around for the.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I always just feel like when Renji just ain't never do nothing. But Renji was going crazy, right? When I was like, all right, Renji, I might have to take that bet that you was useless. You got bodied at the end, but you was going crazy. Well,
that's the problem. Everybody knows. Once you hear Roar Zombie Maru, you about to see some nice shit. Unfortunately, at the end of it, he's still gonna lose, and that's that. I hate that for him. I truly do. I truly do.
Oh man, yeah. Like you said, unfortunately, it's just he always taking the L. Unfortunately, but I gotta give props where props is due. My boy Renji was actually out there popping off. Did you see the explosion he did? Made
That was great.
yeah,
That
that's
was
going
fucking
crazy, man. Then that moment where he used the monkey arm to actually grab the snake part of it, and then he put it on fire and just swing it. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Like I said, the Uryu versus Ichigo, I believe that was also anime only as well. That was fantastic. Because I know a lot of people been saying definitely that his Uryu's little the little the Quincy Bankai mode. I can't think of the name right now. The Quincy Bankai mode, right? They said that he didn't have that in the manga, so that was new. I was like, okay, that's cool.
I mean,
I don't know why he went. I don't know why they didn't give him one to begin with, but we got it now, so that's cool.
That's what. So I wasn't when I was. So I read a decent amount of the last arc of Bleach, and I was kind of disappointed because I felt like a lot of it was rushed, and so I'm glad that he actually gets Tatakubo actually is working with him on this anime adaptation because he gets to put more. He probably gets to actually put in more effort into this than what he did with the manga. Because when I was reading that final arc, I was like, this feels like there should be more here to a lot of this stuff. Like I was just like, there's it's not terrible, but there definitely feels like there's stuff lacking, and I don't feel like the way with the anime. I honestly feel like everything I've seen, I've been pretty satisfied with. So
yeah,
I'm really glad.
100%. But yeah, I mean, Bleach has just been a great time so far. And then once again, shout out to Studio Period. You guys have been keeping your word, and the animation is solid right now.
Period films.
For me, I think my stand. What would be my standout moment for Bleach so far?
That's hard. A lot of this shit is real fast.
It is hard because I honestly, it might be the Uryu versus Ichigo for me. I think I really like that. Even if it's not, if it wasn't that, it would be the Yabak versus Ichigo when they just made it to the tower.
Couple episodes.
Yeah, that little scuffle right there.
Yeah, that was good. But outside of fights, I really like Grimjaw's reappearance. That was just really cool way to come back into the series. Like I was like, oh my god! I was like, he's back, my boy,
my boy. And gave that man PTSD when he saw him.
That was hilarious. I was crashing out right here.
Oh man, but it makes sense though that some of the hollows came to the final fight, right? Because motherfucker, if y'all lose, we lose too, right? So this ain't going down without some type of hollow interference, right? This ain't all going down without some type of interference from us. So definitely cool that both him and Nelly pulled up to the final fight.
Yep.
Dope as hell.
And the previous villain, technically. Yeah. That was also a big standout moment to me too, because he was like, "Damn, you can still move in this chair."
I almost forgot about Aizen. Yeah, Aizen is technically
a good free, guy. Well, not a good guy,
not fully free, but is alluded that he can free himself almost at any point, maybe.
Basically, I mean, and it was funny because he brought them old boy brought them keys down there, and he was like, "You can move under this shit." God damn. I only released 2 of these damn things. Now, what are these things?
He said you're gonna use the other keys. Well, you might not need them.
I need them exactly. He's like, all I did was release one of your eyes and one of your arms. How the fuck?
He said that's all I needed. You ain't know. My boy probably been free the whole time down there. He just can't lead the brew.
The way he was acting, I wouldn't doubt it.
I've just been down there walking around there. They truly he been down there walking around the whole time.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But yeah, I almost forgot about Aizen. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we still got to deal with him at some point, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Unless
We
maybe
should set up.
unless he gets taken out by your walk at some point, maybe hope if that's best case scenario, they take each other out, right? That's best
There
case
you go.
scenario. One of them defeats the other, then we'll deal with whoever's left. It's best case scenario.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah. But yeah.
Well, yeah, Bleach has been great. But what definitely what I'm looking forward to is seeing our boys Bankai. He for the Bankai spammer, he ain't pulled it out yet. I don't know what's going on.
It's not.
Stop
It's
playing
not
with
ready.
me.
It's not there yet. He ain't ready. We spam and get to good test shows. We gotta build up to the bomb.
We gotta build up to. Okay? We past build up to it. It's the end of the world right now. We here.
I'm just saying because that was Ichigo's brand. That was before he had Bankai. It was Getsuga Tesho spam. That's the stage we're in right now. we gotta get past that to get to the Bankai.
He's going back to his roots for a little bit.
Exactly. We're going straight back to the roots.
He was like, I got this brand new Getsuga. I got to show it off a little bit.
Just a little bit. I got two. I can do it with two of them now. That's crazy.
Got to show off the yellow one before we go back to the black Getsuga. You see the nice new color update we got. This actual manga, accurate now. Like, look at it.
Crazy.
He been going crazy with that mug too. Every time he pulled it out so far, it's done big boy damage every time he done pulled it out so far.
He said he showed up in front of a village. He said, "How far are you away? Don't worry about it. Get to you and get to Getsuga range. That's the range you in.
That's crazy." Show me the Bankai. Ichigo, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. This. He has absorbed the Soul King now. I think it's safe to say that we can pull out the Bankai now. We can pull it out, especially if we run back into Uryu again. If Uryu pulling out his Bankai, we gotta pull out ours. All right, we can't let him stun on us like this. We cannot let him stun on us like this.
That's fair. I definitely would have probably pulled it out then if I was him. But they building up to it.
Yeah, they've been. So I just hope we see it before Core 3 ends. I hope it's just not like a Core 4 thing. If it is a Core 4 only thing, then I hope it's at the very beginning. Like, don't let this be like a Final Fight type. And it might just be like a Final Fight type thing. But
the fourth one is the last one, right? Like,
yeah, should be. Yes, okay. 4 cores. Yeah, so we got one more core after this. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so as well. At some point that we get it.
But, yeah, like I said, I just hope it's like a Core 3 finale maybe type thing, and hopefully I hope they don't hold us off to the end to see it, which it's not up to them. It's really depends on where it's actually heading the story, right? But I just hope it's a end of the Core 3 type situation. There's where we get to see it, right? But I've heard that the rest of these fights should be crazy. Like we're gonna be getting some good fights at the end of this core here, and presumably Core 4, because it should just be nothing but boxing at this point, right?
I mean, the Soul King is absorbed. Yeah, it should be. I would imagine so.
All right. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you all for coming out. We are hard at work on episode 100. Everybody, please believe us. Have faith in us. Life just happened. And once again, the DanDan reactions also just happened as well. We wanted to do something new as well to test out some new stuff, and it has been going great. But yeah, so just bear with us. We got our hands in a lot of different stuff. But episode 100 is coming around the corner.
Yep. Well, as always, guys, I appreciate you for watching us, listening. Thank you for showing up to this. Let us know down below what your first impressions are of the fall season / like what you guys have been like really tuning into. If we didn't mention any of your stuff here, but with all that being said, if you'd like to stay up there on all things about the council, please consider following us on our social media. That is at Gurren Otakus on Twitter and at Gurren Otaku Council everywhere else. If you're on our audio streaming platforms, please consider following the podcast so you can stay up to date on new releases of our episodes, as well as writing a review and sharing it with your friends and family. It really helps us grow. For all those watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We really love to hear from you and really appreciate the support. But with all that being said, guys, This is Gurren Otaku Council saying, meeting adjourned. Peace out, everybody.